Want to fall asleep faster? Are you struggling with falling asleep? Please listen to this. This is so important. I'm hearing so many people say that you're struggling falling asleep. Please reflect. Do you have electronics on while you're trying to go to sleep? If you have your TV going, I have to have the TV going to fall asleep. I hear so many people say, oh my goodness, whatever it is that's playing is feeding your subconscious mind and is just distracting you from all the thoughts that wanted to unwind in the first place, that was distracting you from being able to sleep in the first place. So, please understand everything. Everything is energy. Everything is energy, especially electronics. You should not have a television, your phone, anything electronic 6 feet near you, especially plugged in or turned on while you're trying to sleep. Please understand this. It's very, very not good frequency, and it will affect you. Here's another thing I hear everybody saying. I say, do you watch your screen right till you're falling asleep? Yep, most people are scrolling unconsciously. So all of that stuff, even if it's just for milliseconds, is feeding your brain again while it's trying to unwind. You've done nothing to self-soothe and bring yourself down. You've already had a bunch of experiences from the day that have made you think and feel and do different things different ways, and there's been no ability to digest that. So of course you're going to feel wound up, and if you're scrolling right till that last second and then you turn it off and expect your brain to shut off and just go to sleep now, that's not going to help. So another thing you can do is journal. First of all, back up and turn that device off for at least 2.5, 3 hours before you're going to go to sleep. Put on soothing binaural beats. Go and sit outside and just stare at the stars and journal. You must get that stuff that happened throughout the day or whatever. If it's been months, years, you haven't. It's not about writing properly. Everyone says, well, I don't do really good. There's no right or wrong. It's just take that pen, let that shit come out of your head and onto the paper. No format. Just blah, 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 fucking blah, 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 swear and vent, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't even, just, it's out. It's out. You've let it out. You know how good that feels? And if all of a sudden out comes a tangent and you're venting and you let it. And if it's really heavy after, you're like, burn it. Take that piece of paper and burn it. Allow there to be a ceremonial release of you going, okay, it's out. That you just released all of that now when it's time to go lay down and sleep probably isn't going to be rushing through your mind. You've released it. I know that it takes a little bit of time and effort. I even had someone say when I suggested the journaling that they're so private and that they're too terrified to have a book or paper or anything where someone else could read it. Okay. Then you're going to go find a hole in the backyard or somewhere else, a lock box, something that's going to help you feel secure, or you're going to burn everything that you write if that's the case. The fun part also about journaling is if you're writing down what you think is like so traumatic or struggle or challenge at this time, and you look back at it in a week or a month, you're going to be pretty surprised at how it just miraculously worked out. You found a way, somehow, some way. It's maybe no longer a challenge today. Just saying, possibilities really high. So with that, if that's being released, you're turning off the frequencies that are vibrating to you. 2 to 3 hours before is so important to not be staring at a screen, because it is telling your brain that it's like 12 o'clock at the year creative. There's psychology and stuff behind all of this. I'm not talking out my butt. I read and I study, and everything I'm sharing with you is the wisdom that I've gathered from research. I spend the time looking in and feeling this stuff so I can share it with you and hope that together we rise. Okay? So if something I'm sharing with you, please subscribe, leave a comment, ask a question. I love sharing the tips and tools that I've gathered along the way that really have transformed my life. First of all, I don't own a TV, so I'm not going to have that frequency. I have a BlackBerry still, and even so, I keep it in the kitchen. It does not go in my room. I don't have any technology in my room except a lamp, and that I turn off too. Yeah, it's even important to unplug it. Even if it's turned off, unplug it, because it's still, think about it, electricity is still running through it. And if you want to be completely in your own vibrations, then there is relevance to this, beautiful souls. Things that they don't teach in school, right? So, and then there's a really important part that we've all forgotten is the self-soothing, wind down, intentional. You have to have a habit at night that starts to tell you, like from muscle memory, because you do it every evening, that it's time to wind down and let go. For me, that's, I gotta do yoga. I love doing yoga, and I'm listening to binaural beats for those hours before I go to bed. I'm not scrolling. It's about taking in the day. I'm journaling. I'm doing gratitude, reflecting on all of the things that were awesome, my intentions for the next day, my goals. I visualize, look at my dream board, get into an awesome place that's not here. Really, that part of you that allows yourself to dream bigger, and that vibration gets higher, and you get excited about life and start to feel and know that there's so much more than meets the eye. And instead of thinking about all the things that you have to do, start changing that to you could do those things, but really start to choose if it's best for you. And this coming to a place where you're self-soothing yourself in the evenings. Maybe that's every night you're going to have a bath. Maybe you love reading and you just don't do that enough. Light a candle and sit with a book and take in some awesome wisdom, inspiration, something that's again going to raise that vibration. And do take the time to release all that you've carried throughout the day. Maybe yoga isn't enough. Maybe that's a workout. Qigong. If you haven't heard of Qigong, I have to say it like that because it's so fun. But that's again energy work with motion and movement. Your motion creates your emotion. So don't let these little distractions and frequencies around you distract you from knowing that you can sleep great. Try these things. I hope that they help. Please leave a comment. Let me know if they've helped. If you tried, I swear they've got to make a difference. And again, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what more you want to know, because I'm here to share everything that can help us rise. So much love and light to all of us. This is such a journey, and you're not alone. Much love. Much love.